Hello, welcome back to my channel, Blue Salt Tarot. I hope that you guys are having a great day and counting it all joy. So let's just get into the reading. Let's get into the reading. As always, all of my cards are always cleansed, and we're going to ask the divine to just speak to us. So as I open the deck, it's Nine of Swords. Someone is worried. And it is the Seven of Swords in reverse. The first thing that I got that came to mind was stop over-explaining yourself to people. Stop over-explaining yourself to people who don't care to even understand, don't care to want to care, don't care to want to even listen. Stop over-explaining yourself to them. You don't owe them anything. And when I say you don't owe them anything, you do not owe them anything. Nothing at all. So stop over-explaining yourself. Just stop. They don't care to hear what you have to say. They're going to sit up here and make up their mind about your situation. You can be going through something internally and you expressing yourself and they saying, so? Yes, the Prince of Pentacles right here. You working hard. You feel lonely. You know, sometimes you just got to pay attention to the cars. You see the mountains in the back. You feel alone. You working hard. You by yourself. The grass is green. Sometimes they are not. You got the little stream in the back. And people don't get it. And it came out almost upright because you beginning to see and say to yourself, I'm tired of explaining things to people. And sometimes you feel like maybe I need to say a little bit more. Maybe I need to say more for them to understand so they can get it. They're not going to get it. Let me tell you why. Because you got the Prince of Pentacles. You almost there at the finish line. You are. You almost there at the finish line. And these people, they hate it. They hate it. They do. This is the beginning of the deck. It's just talking about things. And I always leave it in there because the beginning of the deck, the card, it means something. And that's why I say you almost there, but you almost there to a beginning of a new beginning. And they don't want that. That's why they don't believe what you are saying. They know that it's true, but they want to hold you back. They are the type of people here, because you got the King, came out sideways, the King of Swords. Yeah, see, here, even though it came out sideways, they would tell you what you don't need to hear. They would give you the wrong advice to keep you where you are at. And you love them so much, you thinking that maybe they want what's best for me. Maybe they are right. They are not right. They don't want you to get ahead of them. They're not giving you advice to help you. Most of the time, and it's sad, I'm just going to say it. Most of the time, it's your family. Sometimes it can be your mom. Sometimes it can be your grandma, your aunties. And most of the time, it's like the women in your family. And I'm just going to be honest, that never had the guts to do what you are doing. They never had the guts to do what you are doing. And they stayed in like a marriage that was unhealthy, but that's all they knew. And they felt like that it was right. And they do use religion a lot to say, oh, well, you got to stay in it for good or bad. Well, so you trying to say I need to stay in it if somebody beating my ass? Yeah, for good or bad, I did. Well, I'm not you, right? Don't be them. No, you don't have to say anything. Stay in anything with someone mistreating you. Emotionally, physically, damaging you. No. And then it's getting to you because this hermit mode is sideways. You stop talking to them for a while, couple of days, and then you go back to talking to them. You stop back talking to them for a while and you get back on your horse, but you feel lonely and you feel alone, and then you get to working and stuff and you realize like, wow, they really not for me, but I miss them because they the only people that I know. Then you go back in the hermit mode, and then you got the Ace of Wands here, And then you going back and forth with them, and then you get this aha moment, like, you right, I need to stop explaining, I'm done, I'm this, I'm that. But then you start missing them again, and you go back. You go back. So actually you traumatizing yourself because you don't want to be alone. You want your family around, but are they good for you mentally? And I feel like a lot of people miss that. You have family members. It was two things that was about to come out. I hope I remember the other. Let me just say what I was going to say. You have broken the curse. You have broken the family curse. You didn't stay in a relationship or a marriage, or you not staying in a relationship or a marriage. It seemed like you still in that relationship or marriage, and your family telling you to stay. Your family telling you to, that's what we did. That's what you got to do. But somebody got to break the curse. Somebody got to break the family, in my opinion. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to say it, okay? Somebody got to break the family turmoil. Like, it's like never going. It's just black, never going. And it's just like, just not never going, but forever going. And it's just like black oil covering everything. You got to break that. I don't know if you have children or not. If you have children, you got to break that, because you don't want your daughter, you don't want your son to continue to be in this family dysfunctional mentality of, I got to deal with this. I got to make the best out of it. I'm not happy here. My grandmama stayed. My mama stayed. No. And then they make you feel like you wrong. They make you feel like you wrong when you try to over-explain. And you over-explain to them because you want them to get it. You want them to see and know that you are hurt. But they don't care. Then your significant other, who it may be, because this is this significant other, and these people, 3 of Cups. Yeah. See, there you go. In reverse, it's your family. It's the ladies in your families in reverse. And you know that it's not right. You know that the advice they are telling you is not right. It's not right. None of the advice. It's no celebration here. It's sadness here. And this person, whether it's a man or a lady, they playing the victim, and they talking to your family about it. And your family is taking their side. And you're lonesome here, and you know they taking your side. You know you go back and forth. You try to make it work. You talk to them about it. They telling you to stay. They telling you things that they did because they don't want you to do better than them, because they didn't have the guts to do better. They didn't have the guts to leave. They didn't have the guts to stand on their own. They stayed where it was comfortable, and they don't like that you moving forward. So this person, this person is talking to your family. Your family is taking their side, and you like, why are they taking this person's side? Like, I'm their blood, but that person is lying and playing the victim. Damn, a lot of my readings, a lot of people playing the victim. Man, look, y'all got to get up and see it for what it is. Yes, I'm taking all of these. 3 of Wands in reverse. You've been wanting to leave, but you didn't leave. You was listening to them. And now you saying, I need to get out of here. Whether you getting a divorce, whether you packing up and leaving, whether you getting a new house. And even if, let's say, you getting a new house and you packing up and leaving, they don't want you to do it. They're like, why would you do that? Then if you in this situation or this marriage, you got to get permission for them to put your name on this house because you married. They're like, oh, you married? That's that tie and that bond that is kind of like, man, you got to think about those things to make that type of situation in your life sprout, because you need the approval from your spouse. And I say all that because if you moving, they say, oh, well, they signed the papers. That's the reason why you got the house. No, but you the one that did everything. You the one that's working. This person is not doing anything. This person is very comfortable. But on top of that, comfortable with lying, but very comfortable, you doing everything. You paying all the bills and stuff like that. And they bring home eggs and milk and feel like they have done everything. And your family of women, they are saying, yeah, he's a good man or she's a good woman. No. No, you need to keep it moving. And then here, the Four of Cups. Yes, you do feel like you lost everything because they not listening to what you are saying. You overthinking, you over explaining. And then you got here the cup right there. You know exactly what you need to do. But you feel like if I do what I do, they're going to stop talking to me. I feel like I'm not going to have nobody in my corner. Well, you don't need them in your corner. You do not need them in your corner. This situation will forever keep you down. I don't understand why the women in our families, because I have some too, in our families, don't want us to do better. I remember, long story short, this don't have nothing to do with this, but it's just an example when my ex-husband just up and left me and my 3 kids on Thanksgiving. Up and left. This man did not come back. My grandmama had the nerve to tell me that I should pack my things up with my 3 kids and move to where he was at. He was staying with his mom. Why would I do that? Instead, I stayed where I was at. The house went into foreclosure. I asked him, could he save it? He did not come and save it. I had to start over from scratch. But my family, the women in my family, said that this man was a good man. How? How do you think a man is a good man and they left their family and their children? I had to start over. I went to school, I graduated, and my grandmother literally said, I'm going to your graduation because there's no way that you graduating with your master's with 3 kids and your husband up and left you. And who do you think you are? And she said that because nobody had the guts and the nerve to do what I did. That's why I'm telling you, whoever you are, you got to get yourself out this situation. And I did. I distanced myself. And it was hard to do, but that was the best thing I ever done because I started to find myself. What I like, what I didn't like. Then you got the hangman here. Yeah, you might find yourself hanging around. But that's not basically what the hangman is saying. Dare to be different. Get out of it. A lot of people don't like the hangman. The hangman is that person that says, this is not right. I done hung around alone to see. I've been around here alone to see what is not right for me. Who want the best for me and who trying to set me up. Who want me to continue to struggle. Because that's what they want. They don't want you to get out on your own. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to do bad. They want you to stay in the cult of what they think family's supposed to be. Break that curse. Break that cycle. Yes, 9 of Cups. See, they hate to see you doing better. Let's say, for a prime example, you saying, oh, I'm about to get a divorce. They don't want you to get a divorce because you're going to have a peace of mind. They don't want you to have a peace of mind. They don't want you to be independent. They want you to suffer just like they have suffered. And it's sad because you would think that you would want people to do better than you. Like with my kids, I want them to do better than me. That's why I always tell them, try to live your best life. Try not to make the same mistakes that I made. And if you find yourself from what you have seen from the mistakes I made, ask yourself, what good will come out of it? But make your own mistakes. But try not to make the same mistakes that I made because I want your life to be better than mine. I broke the curse. I broke the cycle. And I'm just giving examples because somebody is going through this. And you feel by yourself. And you're doing so good. And they hate that you're doing good. So they try to keep you down. They hate to see you succeeding. See, the temperance. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And you know what you need to do. This is beautiful. You know what you need to do. And you're doing what you have to do even if you are alone and by yourself and they don't want to talk to you anymore. When people play the victim, they play the victim very well. And when they set you out to be the villain, oh, they do an excellent job at that. As if your parents or your loved ones or your siblings, your family, your friends in general, as if they don't even know who you are. Like, hello, we were raised together. Hello. You have known me longer than you known this cat, this person. And you really believe what they are saying as if I'm just a stranger that you don't know? They know you. They just don't want you to break free. That's what that is. And then you have it, the death card in reverse. They want you to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They want you to be sad. They want you to be confused. They want you to struggle. They want you to be like them. They don't want you to do better than them. And how dare you sit up here and say, I want my life better than how it used to be. I want my life to be better than this. How dare you say that? That's when they really go cut you off and think that you the crazy one. But you're not crazy. You just want what's best for yourself. And if you have children, you want what's best for your children. You want what's best for you. And then here you go. You have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, now you holding on tight to things. You are. Because you done been through some stuff. You done been, man, you've been climbing the mountains and mountains, sliding down the mountains and asking for grace to just make it up this mountain, a little bit more strength here and there because you've been carrying everything. You've been doing everything. And people really be thinking like they know what goes on inside your house, opposed to the people who are lying. They tell them what's going on inside the house and they blame you for it. No, you step out and you do what is best for you. Bottom of the deck. You used to lose sleep and you still losing sleep. You trying to get some sleep, but you still up at night. Get some rest. It's easier said than done, but try to get as much rest as you can. Come up with your game plan and what you're doing and continue to do it. The Two of Wands. Yes. Liberation. Yes. 1616 when I said that. You breathing in and out. You being still. You attacking and executing when need be. And you being still when need be. You say, I don't need your permission or approval for anything. You don't. Because regardless of how many times you explain, how many times you try to say, no, this is not it. Look, open up to Hermit. And then also open up to the Moon. Let me tell you, explaining and over-explaining is not going to work with people like that. It's not. It's not. They don't care. They just don't want you to do better than them. So stop over-explaining. You cry too. Oh my God, you be crying and telling them the truth. You cry and cry and cry and say, why do they not hear the truth? Yeah, look, because this is you. You be feeling like you just have gotten beat up because you're working so hard. You the one that's working. And then that person is lying. Your family believe in what they are saying. That's why I say stop over-explaining. This is you when you over-explain. And this is how you feel when you over-explain. And then you so kind and you so nice and you think that what you do for them, they're going to believe you. It doesn't matter what you do for them. They're not going to believe you. They believe what this other person is doing, and they believe what this other person is saying. The bottom of the deck now, the Death card again. Leave it be. Let it go. Move forward. Because they will never understand. Because they don't want to understand. They want you in the same place. They want you like them. And you said, no, I am changing for the better. You are. 1818 when I said that. Top of the deck, justice. Justice. Be proud of yourself. Take that step and know that you're taking the right step. Know that you're doing the right thing. Know that you are healing. That's what it says here, healing. You are healing. I'm getting tired of people always telling people the wrong and giving them the wrong advice because they want people to stay in situations that they didn't have the guts to get out of. I'm so sick and tired of mothers and grandmothers, aunties, and the females in the family giving advice to their daughters, their granddaughters, their nieces, or whoever, giving the advice to them you need to stay. This is what the Bible said. This is what you need to do. It's for better or for worse. But do you not see that this person is hurting? It's like put religion to the side for a moment. Do you not see that they are hurting? No, it says quiet house. You don't go into a quiet house. That's what you're working on, going into a quiet house. And the first place that would be quiet that you're working on is your mind. You can stay in a new house, and if your mind is not quiet, that's not a quiet house. And it says solitude isn't silent. It's the sound of returning. Well, see, I just said that. It's the sound of returning to yourself. Fog glass. Even when the view blurs, your touch can make the space clarity. Yes. And the thing is, talking about touch, they're not willing to even give hugs. They're not even willing to hold you when you crying, hold you when you sad. They always beating people down. That's what they do. They beat people down. Inside with the other side, when you know this person is your daughter, this person is your granddaughter, this person is your niece, this person is somebody that you have known for some time, and you telling me you can't even tell them I love you, I believe you, and hug them, rock them in your arms? But no, they can't. They just keep on saying, no, this is not what they said. This is not what they said. Like they don't know you. The fog. Not all confusion is chaos. Sometimes it's protection before clarity. This is you. This is you. You protecting yourself. And you not in the fog. You know exactly. Lock gate. When you think is denial, may be divine timing. What you think is denial may be divine timing. Not now doesn't mean never. Look at that. That's beautiful. They might not believe you, but that doesn't mean nobody would never ever believe you. You're just not around the right people. See, I just said that. Embrace. When arms open, healing begin. Let yourself be held. Even if you got to hug yourself, because they're not hugging you. Even if you have to hug yourself. First sight, that's the top of the deck. You don't need to see the whole sun. Just believe in the beginning of light. The beginning. Remember I said that's why I keep it in the deck. And that was 22:22 when I said that. This reading is for you. Stop overthinking. Stop over-explaining to the wrong people. Don't shut yourself out. Don't shut yourself in, but go into hermit mode and talk to the right people. Just because they're your family, that doesn't mean that they want the best for you. Just because they are your mom and they give you the wrong advice, that doesn't mean that you should listen and that you should stay. Just because they're your siblings or your grandmother, that doesn't mean that they want the best for you. And I'm saying that because I want the best for you. I want the best for you. I do. I've been there before. This reading hit home. I've been there before. I have been there. And you got to want the best for yourself, to detach. Not even to bury the curse, to burn it and blow it away. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You don't have nothing to do with that anymore. Even if it comes to that point that you're not talking to them anymore, that's fine. What are you missing? What you thought you wanted? What you wanted from it that you never got? The fantasy of wanting a family that want the best for you, or friends that want the best for you. But in reality, that's just a fantasy. That's your imagination. And you got to remember that. Like, wow, I want this. I want it to be right. But do they want it to be right? Or is it just a one-sided person thinking this? If you got to be alone for a while, that's okay. It's okay. Be true to yourself. Believe in yourself. If they're going to be jealous, let them be jealous. They're going to be jealous anyway. Do what's best for you. It has come to that nowadays. It's like your family, friends, but mostly like your family, they sit up here and they put these thoughts in our heads and mold us to be certain people. And then we start seeing it for what it is, and we step away And it's okay to step away to see it for what it is, because it's your life. You only have one life to live, so live it. They live theirs, and it's time for you to live yours, whether they in your life or not. And it has to be okay. I always tell people, no, most of the time it's not okay, but it has to be okay. It gotta be okay. You can't live for nobody but yourself. And if they don't believe you, so what? They will never ever believe you anyway. So with that being said, if this relate, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I would love to hear what you have to say. Step out and be the best you. Better your best every day, because nobody don't want what's best for you but you. Start with your mind first, and you tell yourself, I deserve the best of the best. I deserve to be happy. I don't have to prove anything to nobody. Only to myself. And that's all that matters. With that being said, I'll talk to you soon, and have a good one.